All right, what's up, YouTube? What's up, sort of Convallaria community? Got a plan stand here. I'm on stage 616-1 in Fool's Journey in prep for the gear forging or whatever it's called that's coming out tonight, and I'm trying to get through chapter 16 or 6, and we're here on this stage, and it's a really interesting puzzle. And it took me a little while to figure it out, but I just wanted to share how to do it. So let's take a look. All right, so we spawn in and we've got like 1 HP left. So we have to take care of all 4 of these enemies without getting hit one time. Now a few things to note: the turn order is Papal Guard. Who is that? Is that the pikeman? He goes second, the Seeker goes third, and then the Outlaw Crossbowman goes fourth. So we have to destroy the pillar first, right? Because they have this thing that's taking place in the story here in chapter 6, where they have resolve, where if they go down once, they're gonna come back up, and they can resolve 3 times. So we have to kill the pillar so that they can't revive 3 times, right? Because we don't have enough wit damage to take them all down 3 times. So we have 3 different traps we can do. We have two, and I can't remember the names. We have 2 traps that interrupt actions and halt enemies on them. Now those traps have 2 turn cooldowns, so you can use one on turn 1 and turn 3. And then we have 2 firewall traps that are 5 tiles wide, and that there's 2 of those as well, and they have a 1 turn cooldown. And then we have 1 explosive trap that hits 1 tile radius around it, so like 9 tiles total. And so using those 5 traps, we have to figure out how to take down all 4 enemies. So I spent a lot of time with this. It probably took about 10, 15, 20 minutes or so, maybe even a little bit longer. But the original thought was that we would put down a stopping trap on the Seeker here, and then a firewall trap here, so that on turn 1 he would get stuck there, and on turn 2 when he tried to come to us, it would detonate this, and if the pillar was down, it would actually kill him with this. The problem is the rest of the traps are not enough to handle these other 3 over here. So then I started experimenting with shooting the different barrels, right? And some of them, you know, the middle one, don't shoot this. This doesn't do anything good. But the side ones do a few different things. Okay, so shooting this one changes the course of the crossbowman. Shooting this one changes the course of the Seeker. And for 2 different reasons too. Okay, so for the crossbowman, shooting this one changes his pathing, because now he thinks he can come over and he can shoot us and win, right? Shooting this one changes the Seeker's pathing, because currently we're facing forward and he wants to come over and attack us from the side. If we shoot this one, then we're facing over here, so then he wants to come and attack us from the side here. So instead of coming this way, he comes down, turns left, and then comes right in front of this barrel. So that's good. That sounds like a good idea. If there's maybe any way we can hit multiple enemies with that barrel. Now the ranges on the 3 traps are different too. The explosive trap, which we have 1 charge of, and the firewall trap that we have 2 charges of, those can come all the way out to here on the other side of the pillars. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. The action interrupting traps, when they walk over them, it ends their turn and they can't do anything. Those only have 3 tile radius, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 tile radius. So next to you and then up to. So 3 tile radius, much smaller. So we've got to put one of those either here or here, basically, to handle this guy. And so that depends on whether we're shooting this barrel or not. Well, I did a lot of testing, and unfortunately shooting this barrel first is not the answer. I thought it might be. It's not. Because even though it gets him over here next to the barrel, this guy will end on this tile. He goes over one, takes a left, and then takes a right. So he ends up like right here. If you shoot this barrel on the second turn, that brings him down here. So then he's away from this barrel. If you shoot this barrel, he ends up on the tile where the barrel is. But there's no way to take him out if he ends up that close to you, because then next turn he's going to move over one tile in either direction and just shoot you. So the answer, well, before we get to the answer, let's also talk about what we can do with the explosive trap. So I started out by putting it here because these two are faster than him. So if you put it here, he ends up coming over 2 tiles and down 1. So he ends up right behind the pillar. He ends up coming 3 tiles straight to the pillar and stands right there. So you can get him to detonate the explosive trap, and it'll hit 3 of the 4 enemies plus the pillar. And if you hit the pillar with the explosive trap, a fire trap on turn 2 will take it down. Damage-wise, that's how it works. So I was doing that, and then on turn 2, I was putting a fire trap where the seeker is, to take this out. The problem with that was that I was still having to use 2 traps over here to take the seeker out. And then the other problem was the fire trap where the seeker starts would defeat the pillar, and the pillar explosion would also, it was always the guard that was stepping on it, so he would take damage from stepping on the fire trap. But the pikeman was still here from where he detonated the explosive trap on turn 1, so he was not even getting hit by the firewall trap. So when the pillar popped, the pillar would defeat the guard, hurt the pikeman more, but not kill him, and that's a problem, right? It wouldn't kill him. And you know, in different variations of that, different sequences of that, some of them I was able to defeat all but the crossbowman. Others I was able to defeat just the seeker and the guard. So that was not the answer. So I realized that we needed to use this barrel right here, the middle one. We needed to use this better. And so then I started messing around with the other 2 barrels. And that's where the pathing of both of them started coming into play. And I thought that I couldn't do the left one first. But the thing is, if you shoot the left one first, the crossbowman ends up next to the middle barrel, which is exactly where we want him. The one thing that I didn't think of until the winning run was what happens if we shoot the left one on turn 1, and then we shoot the right one on turn 2. Because remember, like I said earlier, if you shoot at that, then we're facing the right, and so the seeker wants to attack us from the side. So then if we trap him here, like I had originally mentioned with putting the stopping trap there, and then a firewall trap here to take him out with this barrel, instead, if we put the firewall trap here, and we've already got the crossbowman there, it's going to hit him because it's 5 tiles wide. And so it goes 3 in every direction from the source, or I guess 2, sorry. So it would hit him here too. So the key to this was shooting this right barrel on the second turn and turning our player's direction, so that the seeker, who was trapped here, instead of coming down and hitting us, he changes directions, comes over here, triggers the firewall that hits them, detonates the barrel, and takes them out. So, well, you'll see. But that's the gist of it. I did have what was going on up here with taking the pillar out, right? I didn't have it was literally just the firewall trap down here. The first one was on the wrong tile. It needed to be moved 1 tile to the, well, I guess technically 2 tiles down and to the left, but 1 tile adjacent to the left. And we needed to be shooting barrels to turn our character and to manipulate where the crossbowman and the seeker were going. So let's watch it and we'll see how it all plays out. And hopefully that'll give you a little bit of insight into the devs' puzzle making philosophies moving forward. Because I'm not gonna lie, I mean, we've been seeing puzzles. We're seeing puzzles like this in here in Fool's Journey now. I think this is the first hard puzzle in Fool's Journey, right? But we've also seen some decently challenging puzzles in the current Elysium Feast event too, right? So I think this is good, telling that moving forward we're probably going to be seeing more and more puzzles like that. So I think like seeing this, even if you're not able to solve it yourself. Now, me personally, I like to solve things myself, so I was stubborn and I sat here until I solved it. But if you're not, if you don't care about that, and you're just watching my video to figure out the answer, cool, thanks for the views. But yeah, I think this is going to be good practice for us moving forward too. But without further ado, let's see how it plays out here, and we'll stay on one time speed. So we're going to start on round 1. We're going to put our traps, okay, and we should probably pause here and take a look at it. So we've got a firewall trap right here, like I talked about. We've got a interrupting trap right there, and we've got our explosive trap right there, and we shot the left barrel. Okay, so let's see how it plays out. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4, turn order wise. So he's gonna go over there. He's gonna come down here and hurt them all, plus the pillar. He's gonna get himself stuck. He's gonna come to the barrel. And that is exactly where we want him, right? Okay, so next, I think we only have one more trap we can use. One trap we can use this turn, and it's the firewall. So we're gonna put that here, right, to detonate that. And so this goes away. And then actually, I was wrong about him detonating this, right? Because remember, the pikeman is actually faster. So after the guard sets off the firewall trap here and blows the pillar and himself, the pikeman is going to run forward, detonate this firewall trap, hit both of them, plus pop the barrel, and I think take out himself and the crossbowman. So I think that just leaves our seeker left here, and we'll just have to watch and see what happens with him. But yeah, there's our trap. We shoot that for change our direction, but I think in the end, I think that actually ends up not mattering. Let's see here. So that's the end of turn 2. Okay. Oh no, it's not. I guess he's still gonna go. So this is actually turn 2, and we don't even make it to turn 3. So I think what we see here is that he tries. Now I think he actually goes to the right and tries to attack us from the front, which is surprising because I think it should make more sense for him to come over and attack us from the side, right? Maybe he does try that. Nope. And so there's the fire and there's the wind. So there you have it, folks. Hopefully this was a little bit insightful, a little bit of a teaching moment. And hopefully it was good practice if you gave it a few tries before checking for video guides or whatever. But thanks for watching. Click the like and subscribe button, and hopefully see you in the future. More of my videos, or stop by and hang out with me when I'm live streaming too. The socials are in the description. You can find the Twitch link. All right, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching the video.